Hey everyone, this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 23rd episode of Persona 5 The Animation. Now, last episode, we had Sai getting put in charge of the Phantom Thieves case, basically being used as a pawn there, by that special investigation unit, whatever. And you had Hifumi, the shogi girl. She got some time in the spotlight a bit. We're helping her with her issues. Her mom's a bit of a pain, not really respecting her wishes all that much, and we're kind of helping out with that too. Mishima ran into some trouble as well. He's kind of getting a big head, trying to do more than he's really meant to, and just kind of becoming a bit corrupted. And we kind of had to put him back on the path of righteousness and all that good stuff. That's kind of what we did there. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really remember, so let's get into the next episode. 3, 2, 1, play. What's up, Bren? It's all hard to read as always, eh, Ren? Oh my god. I feel like this has been rigged, much like the website results. If you're not too busy. I mean, what else is he gonna do with his life? So, Akechi Goto. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun. I guess now we see how he's gonna worm his way into the Phantom Thieves. I know, right? We don't really want him to be near us. He's a problem. Yeah, you'd think, but you can't go against the student wishes, really. I was wondering why they would be the ones counting these ballots, but then I remembered Makoto's student council president, so I guess she would be doing this. But what about the other student council members? Like, do they exist? Are they relevant? But yeah, so Akechi. I was curious where he would start, like trying to get involved with the Phantom Thieves, so he can screw them over and get them caught at the casino. And I guess it's the beginning of that. He'll probably say something on stage that kind of hints that he knows that they're them, and then they'll confront him, and then he'll, give an olive branch, make some arrangement with them. Probably offer them some kind of out. And then, just betray them because, Akechi's scum like that. And then we get to the Ren interrogation, then from then on out, I can only guess where we go from there. But because they kind of spoiled us very early on with the Ren interrogation thing, it's pretty easy to connect some dots to figure out how we're going to get there once we're this close. But things get really exciting once we get there and we have no idea what's next. Is this the flower shop you work at sometimes? Yeah. So weird seeing a guy work at a flower shop. Not to be sexist or anything, but it's weird. I feel like we've seen him before, but I guess he's just important enough to get screen time here and there, but not it's important enough to get a lot of screen time. Well, yeah, but the students have spoken, and you'd be suspicious to ignore that. Yeah, she's really your enemy now. Yeah, Kechi, I mean, he's dangerous, but Basically, this is gonna game of cat and mouse, is what it comes down to. We're gonna use each other, see who gets screwed over in the end. I'm sure Futaba can work something out. I mean, just listen to that giggle. Yeah, exactly. Size and connection with him, so I'm pretty sure he'll come. He has an interest in taking down the Phantom Thieves, so not bad. Huh, really? Figured he'd respond faster than that. We're totally paying attention, by the way, Sensei. Don't yell at us. Uh, just porn? I mean, nothing. Dodge it. Nice. He's gonna hit... Oh. You lucked out, dude. I was kinda hoping it would hit somebody else, but... Definitely somebody's got their dexterity stat maxed out. That kid knows he's lucky. He'd taken an eye with that hit. Why are you in my home? Well, you're lucky I don't have the authority to kick you out. Bipartisan just never ends well. Yeah, do not trust this guy in the slightest. I would not call him charismatic, but I guess you could call him somewhat straight, at least appearance-wise. Well, yeah, you would know. That's what they are doing, yes. Well, yeah, big difference between changing hearts and murdering people, so... No, he's playing you. Because at this point he knows you're a fan of Thief. I mean, there's no way he wouldn't know. He went in there with you guys. I mean, Hifumi, yeah, the shogi teacher. Hopefully it can stay that way. Hopefully we can recover from when you make your move. Yeah, he's gonna show up. What do you say? Huh. I'm surprised you'd actually say that on TV. Like, no matter how you look at it, this is going against what they should be trying to do, so it's weird for him to make this play, even if it is to get on their good side. It's still probably... It's still not a good thing from his position. So, definitely bold on his part. I guess once he gets them arrested, it doesn't matter what the public opinion of them is. I guess that's his logic. It is just a weird play to me. That's a very good question. Also a very good point. I know that all too well. Hashtag Patreon. Ooh, clouds. Oh wow, are you flying? How are you flying? Oh. They actually have a virtual reality room, that's pretty cool. And complete with a fan and clouds. How easy do you get scared, Ren? I'm guessing not very easily, considering you fight shadows on a daily basis. Bad touch. Oh my god, that was amazing. I was not ready for that. Again, Kawakami knows that all too well too. This nep isn't made. That was too good. Okay. I'm composed now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wanted him there after all. Russian takoyaki. That sounds great. As in Russian roulette, I assume? Yeah. I figured that's what they were going for. I mean, that could be a red herring. What are you here for, man? Yeah. He really is trying to make sure this goes well. Hopefully you're unlucky. Enjoy that. And yeah, that was the right/wrong one. Are you really gonna try to play it cool? I don't believe you. He's always been broke, let's be honest. It's a little bit funny. Not nowhere near as funny as as Ren's little moment back then, but just that one part was so good, just trying to unmask the shadow. Okay, maybe we're finally gonna start to get into him. Could have fooled me. I guess he's just trying to get back into politics. Those students back there, that animation. And the fangirls go wild. If only they knew what a scumbag he was that gets Ren arrested. It's gonna be about the Phantom Thieves. Of course. He did not do that, no. I mean, he can because he was invited, but... yeah, this may end badly, depending on how this goes. Okay. I don't think that's true, but... okay. Well, yeah, you know they didn't because you did. You're the only murderer here. But yeah, you flip-flopped on that. It's just that he changed his strategy, that's all it really comes down to. That's slight laughter in the audience. Yeah, Ueck was not a good person. But he was Haru's father, so... I mean, anybody with a brain can tell you that fantasies weren't involved. You wouldn't just suddenly change the way they do things. Yes, as in he knows you guys. Yeah, he's making a move now. Probably trying to bait them into stopping this. Because if they suddenly stopped it, that would be pretty suspicious, so... Oh, wow. You really are bold, Makoto. This is a game of chicken right here. Well, that timing. How convenient. I guess he planned for that call there. Yeah, this... We need to have a talk. Yes. He's been planning a lot around this. To the point where he came a day early just to make sure. Yeah, then they go in. Okay, yeah, having actual video evidence is a problem. I didn't even think about that. But it must not be enough if he's, you know, doing what he's doing. Yes, you and your organization. You're so full of it. Your persona. I mean, if you if Akechi is a black mask person, that would mean he would have a black mask as part of his persona, so wouldn't that like be a giveaway if he goes persona in front of them? I mean, unless the black mask isn't part of his persona, he just wears it on top of it as just a thing. But it's definitely possible. Yeah, he does have some leverage here. Akechi's good with his words. Yeah, I bet. I bet it was. Yeah, Akechi's not stupid. As much of a scumbag as he is, he's not stupid. But he did make that one big mistake with Morgana way back when. I don't know if he... I mean, he shouldn't know that he made that mistake. Don't smile at me. That ass. Well, Akechi's been having more luck than you have. Oh, wow. Uh, we actually have a bounty on our head. That's not a phrase you ever want to hear someone say. Is that Futaba? Oh no, Akechi. How did he get our number? No, don't do it. I mean, I know they are, because they obviously end up at the casino and fall into his trap, but... No. That's why the plan is to catch you in the act. You know, Akechi's plan. I'm sure she does. The casino. I mean, that's not impossible. So basically, a change of heart will help a lot of people, is the idea. Wow. A good point, but I mean, on paper it doesn't sound horrible, but we know you. We know you. What adult? I mean, he could just be lying about this, but I'm curious about this now. Final mission. But will it actually be the final mission, though? That's the question. I mean, there'll probably be like one more at most after it. Like final boss, but whatever the final boss is. Wow. He just now realized that Morgana can talk. I kind of thought he realized that sooner, but I guess it makes sense that he hasn't yet. But that look on Ren's face, I think he also, I think he just figured out that the whole deal with Akechi hearing Morgana before, but he didn't know it was the cat talking, which is why he responded to it. If he knew that it was the cat talking, he would have pretended not to hear it. And I think Ren just made that connection there. Because that was a meaningful look, and it was done right after we realized Morgana can talk, so I think that's when the connection was made. Hopefully that means that he can strategize with his comrades, and they can be prepared for Akechi's betrayal if they know that he's worth being suspicious over. I mean, I'm sure they're already a little bit suspicious of him because he's kind of their enemy, but that would definitely heighten it. So hopefully they have a plan for, you know, after Ren gets captured, like, what I'm saying is hopefully have a plan for, like, if Ren gets captured, we do this, that sort of thing. And they can enact that, so. I still don't know what they could do to rescue Ren, though. Like, they'll need Sai's help, at the very least. Which, if they can change her heart, I don't see why they couldn't, you know, get her help. Because Sai alone would be a big help. If Futaga's hacking skills could probably help a lot, too. I'm not sure about specifics, but it could help. Oh, back here. Well, that's good, I guess. Ugh. I can't read it when you spin it. Like, upside down and spinning, like... Yeah, basically seeing we're getting close to the end, I guess is what we're getting at there. But, okay. That was the 23rd episode of Persona 5, the animation. And this episode, we have our little, school festival going on, which is a lot of fun. But what's not so much fun is that people wanted Akechi to show up as a guest speaker, which, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. People are not, they don't have a positive opinion on the Phantom Thieves, and they probably think Akechi is the only one that can actually take them down, and there's probably some truth to that. He's definitely worming his way in there and pretty much has them in his hands right now. Because Makoto's plan was bring him there, maybe get some intel out of him. Because you can't really say no to the students' requests. I mean, that's a bit suspicious, really. But Akechi is really smart, very, very intelligent person, so he's kind of, set this up pretty well. It's a game of cat and mouse, really, between the two of them. And his strategy was to show up, make it clear on stage that he knows a Phantom Thief's identity, then set up for that phone call to interrupt them, and then have a talk with them all backstage, where he could say, hey, I know that you guys are the Phantom Thieves. I got video evidence. See, I got my video evidence. And then make a deal, basically, that they'd have one final Phantom Thief thing, and it would be one of his choosing, Psy. And then after doing that, working with Akechi on this whole thing, then they would disband. So basically giving them an out in order to just be done with the Phantom Thieves, be done being, chased after, and all that. So, I mean, yeah, his offer on the table, it's not a terrible offer. I can see why somebody that feels like they're cornered, their back's against the wall, I could figure somebody, believe in that, but they also need to be wary of Akechi because he is their enemy. He is the one that, denounced the Phantom Thieves very early on. And the only reason why he's singing a positive tune about them, publicly, is because he wants to gain their trust so he can betray them. Because they're kind of already done with the whole, getting the people against them thing. And so now the priority's kind of shifted into getting them to accept me so I can become a part of them, I can manipulate their actions, so I can set them up and take them down. Because that's what he's doing right now. He wants to get them to go to the casino, so he knows where they're going. He'll know when they're going to it, and then he can set up the ambush. Because the police, in the very first episode, the police were in the casino, like in the palace. I mean, like technically outside the building, but you know what I mean, like in the metaverse. And the only way they could do that is if they were working together with a metaverse user, aka Akechi. So Akechi is obviously going to say, hey guys, the Phantom Thieves are going to go in there at this day, at this time. So yeah, you might want to go in there roughly around that time to catch us on the way out. So it's something like that. So that's basically where we're at right now. We had that little reveal where he realized that the cat could talk. So that kind of made... So basically, until now, he did not know Morgana could talk, and I guess it makes sense. I don't think Morgana has talked in any Akechi scene yet, but the thing with this, though, is, I mean, as far as they know, Akechi is not a metaverse user, so even if he didn't pick up on it before that Akechi could hear Morgana talking, Akechi clearly said that he could hear Morgana talking here, and he didn't tell them anything about his metaverse shenanigans yet, like... From their perspective, all he's said so far is that he saw them go into the metaverse and took pictures of it. But him being able to hear Morgana talking means that he himself has been in the metaverse, has the metaverse app. So that revealed that. Before I said that look he gave him was because he made some connections about way back when with the pancake thing. But actually, no, after thinking about it for a minute, I think no, he was actually referring to this instance right here, where Akechi could hear Morgana talk despite not being a metaverse user yet, supposedly. So that's what he actually realized there. And then from there, he'll probably make the connection. After a little bit of thinking, he'll then make the connection, like, hey, he actually heard him back then too, didn't he? He'll probably make that connection as well. But yeah, this one was much more blatant, much more obvious, to the point where I'm kind of surprised that the others didn't pick up on it. But, I mean, I kind of get why, because he clearly knows about the metaverse, so that probably is why they didn't have any immediate red flags. So, I guess, but still, that's not... Only actual metaverse users can hear Morgana, so hopefully Ren can talk to them about that before they actually go to the palace with Akechi and have themselves set up for that. So, yeah, there's some conversations that need to happen, is kind of my point. But yeah, the school festival was great. I just love the whole Ren going behind the person and to unmask them. That was really, really funny. That was probably the funniest moment of the entire show. I would go as far as to say that was that good. And also Kawakami seeing people in maid outfits, because she's a maid herself. So, well, she pretends to be a maid for business. but that was good too. Not as funny, but that was good too. And some nice karma with Akechi eating the wrong one was good too. Like trying to play it off was funny. Him legitimately trying to play that off as, yeah, I like spicy stuff. Like, excuse me a moment, and then leaves. That was pretty funny too. Not as funny, but that was more satisfying than funny. Really, I would describe it as. But yeah, basically, next task is to take down Sai. I mean, I do agree she's in need of a change of heart. She has a palace. She's mean to her sister. She's kind of blinded from most things, very tunnel visioned. So I do agree with that. But the problem is similar with Okamura. With Okamura, they manipulated the Phantom Thieves into conquering him, even though he deserved a change of heart. They manipulated them into doing it so they could, have their plans wrapped around that. This is a similar case because Akechi is very deliberately making them go after a target of his choice so he can manipulate things behind the scenes. So very similar to the Okamura stuff, but the only difference is now they should be more ready for it. So hopefully we can do something. We do know Ren's going to get kidnapped. Well, I guess not really kidnapped. He's going to get arrested and interrogated. We know there's no avoiding that. Unless you wanted some continuity issues, but we can rescue him. I think we can rescue him. I'm sure we'll get Sai on board. We'll make something happen, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even that one politician guy will be on board, It kind of made him seem important this episode, so maybe he'll have something to do with it as well. Maybe he'll pull some strings, who knows. He said he wasn't a politician anymore, but he could still have connections, so that's definitely a possibility as well. But, see, yeah, that was the episode. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.